Hi, I'm Scott.
And I'm Michele, and we are the owners of the Main Street Mouse.
This is the Mainstream Mouse Weekly Podcast, show number 213 for January 5th, 2026.
For your safety, remain seated with the doors closed, keeping your hands, arms, feet, and legs inside while the tram is moving. And supervise your children.
Welcome, foolish mortals, to the Haunted Mansion.
Because this here's the wildest ride in the wilderness!
Soar into tower. We are ready for takeoff.
Dead men tell no tale.
I know not who you are, nor how I came to find you. But may I just say,
Come on, everybody. Here we go.
Hello, everybody.
Hi, Happy New Year.
Happy New Year.
Merry late Christmas. All that good stuff.
Merry late Christmas?
Merry late Christmas.
I don't think I've ever heard it referred to like that.
Well, I guess you can still say Merry Christmas if you want to. So Merry Christmas and Happy New Year. I hope you guys all had a wonderful, magical holiday.
Yes.
For
everybody.
Yes, I feel so out of the loop and out of practice because I think my brain is still in the holiday mode where I know it's the first Monday of the new year and it feels like it.
It feels if there's ever been a Monday, today is it.
I'm still all out of whack because we have been traveling and with Christmas and I feel so like, what day is it? Where are we? What are we supposed to be doing? Like what?
I get it. No, I'm there with you.
Good.
I have no clue where we're at, but we're there together. So
Right. And I'm like, I'm just all confused. So we're going to try very hard to make all of this make sense for our show.
Yes, and hopefully you guys didn't miss us too much over the last 2 weeks since we were off for the holidays. And
I'm sure they cried.
I'm sure they cried. We actually could have done the show last week. It was still 2025, and we could have done it because we were home, but we were so exhausted, which we'll get to in a minute.
We just got home.
We got home Sunday night, so we could have recorded on Monday, but we were just, no.
Yeah, driving across country is a little bit exhausting.
A little bit.
So we have so much to catch you up on and to talk about. So instead of us just rambling, let's get to it.
Let's get started. So Adventures in Florida Living, we are going to actually take that back to before we left. So we're going to going back in time.
Oh, my goodness. Okay.
Let's get in the DeLorean, take it up to 88, and go back. And we're going to go back to Saturday, December 27th. So this was the Saturday right before we left. We decided to go to the Magic Kingdom because we had not gone over there in the evening to see the Christmas lights for the whole season.
Which is a shame. It was a shame. And, when we got there, I was very much...
I take that back. That was not the 27th. That would have been the 17th or something. No, I'm not sure what date.
Oh, my gosh, that was...
Yeah, I had the wrong date because that would have been after Christmas. We were there...
We did not go after Christmas.
No, this was the Saturday before Christmas.
All right, now I'm going to look up the date because you have me, all confused.
I bet I meant to say 17th, and I typed 27.
The 20th.
It was the 20th? Oh, yeah, it was. Okay. Yeah, I don't know where I got my date from.
Okay, ignore him. It was the 20th.
I was just trying to confuse everybody.
Well, you confused me.
So, let me rephrase this again.
Okay, start over.
So, the Saturday before Christmas, we decided to go to the Magic Kingdom before we left to go home to Michigan and see the Christmas decorations as we had not seen them at all.
Which was a shame.
It was a shame.
Did we get it? Are we caught up now?
We can just go with it.
Okay, sure. Okay, so yeah, Saturday. And I when we were there, I was feeling very I don't know what's the word. I just feel like we missed out on so much.
Yeah, it's this whole year, I think, just because of everything going on, that a lot of things we just kind of, we'll do it tomorrow. We'll do it next week. We'll do it.
Well, it was my fault too that we didn't get
to
do as much.
You didn't feel good. I mean, it is what it is. It's life, and you just deal with it and you roll with it, and you can't dwell on it.
Well, yeah. I mean, yeah. Okay. All right. Fair enough. But yeah, that was a big reason we didn't go was because of my health this year or last year. We're leaving it last year. But it also made me feel a little bit more like, okay, well, I need to force myself to get out there more. And it was kind of a bummer, but also I was really glad to be there. I was glad to see the lights. Holy cannoli, it was busy.
It was a madhouse, which you could expect the Saturday before Christmas.
Oh my God. It was everything that you would expect.
Because the whole North was off school at that point, so they had already made their way down here. And people who might be leaving were making their last trip to go to the Magic Kingdom before the holidays.
Right. And let me just say that when we say Christmas crowds are crazy in Orlando, that is no exaggeration at all. Like our town, like our whole area gets so flooded. It's flooded with people.
And that's one reason as it gets closer to Christmas, we don't go out much. Because it is so nuts. It takes forever to get anywhere. Traffic is heavy everywhere.
There's a wait wherever you go. And this isn't just Disney. It's a little bit of everything. So I think that's why I've never felt bad about us going north for Christmas, because like I wouldn't want to be in that crowd anyway.
No.
Because it just gets worse after Christmas. And this year I feel like a lot of people were in our area.
I think because when COVID happened, it slowed down tremendously. And I think we're finally back fully to those crowd levels that we were at.
I believe so. You're right. But when we went, we knew that what we were facing. We weren't going to ride rides.
Nope.
I wanted to go take in the sights and sounds of Christmas at Magic Kingdom before we left, and because I hadn't gotten to, and Magic Kingdom is still my favorite park at Christmas time. It was beautiful, the music. I was happy to be out and be there. And the first thing we did was take a picture by the tree.
Yes, we waited in the line, which wasn't too bad. It was like 20 minutes, 15 minutes, something like that. It wasn't too bad of a wait, which I thought it would be worse.
It wasn't that bad. I mean, you do have people that want to do a whole glamour shots photo shoot.
Oh, yeah, they bring 47 kids with them. They're like, okay, this is Isabel, and she gets her time in front of the tree. And this is John, and he gets his front. And it was like, it's like every single one gets.
And then like, oh my God, I know it's a local thing. It's a pet peeve where there's 20 people in line, but I want to position this way. Here, I want to sit on the ground. Let me look super. No, just take your picture. All right. Anyway, so we.
How do you really feel?
Frustrated. No, it's self-awareness or lack thereof. But anyway, oh my God, I'm grouchy. Okay, let me preface this. I just woke up from a nap.
Right.
Because I, for whatever reason, didn't sleep good last night. I was exhausted. So, yeah, I'm a little bit crabby, but I'll try my best. So, yeah, no, it was fine.
Can't wait till we talk about stuff we did last year.
Oh, my God.
There's some stuff in there that we're going to have opinions about.
Oh, boy. All right, buckle up. But anyway, I was really glad that we got to go. We walked around. We did not stay for fireworks, which was the best choice we could have made.
But something we did stay for before we left. Well, we got to the park. We walked down Main Street. We took some pictures, walked around, came up to Tomorrowland, started in Fantasyland, and then you decided, hey, I'm a little hungry. Are you hungry?
Are we going to bash already?
Yes.
Okay, so
let me finish. So you decided, because we were walking, because there's not a lot of good walk-ups at Magic Kingdom right now, and there hasn't been for a while now. But I'm like, where would you like to go? I wasn't starving, but I can get chicken tenders anywhere, chicken nuggets anywhere.
Yeah.
So we looked at the menu, and you're like, you know what? They have a buffalo chicken pizza flatbread at Pinocchio's Village House that I really like. Why don't we go there and I can have the buffalo chicken flatbread because I know I like it and it's good. Okay, fine. And we had a gift card, so it didn't really cost us anything to go. So we went to Pinocchio's house, and there was a little bit of a line, but again, not too bad. You went and found a table. I stood in line and got our food. Now I will let you take over after I ordered food. I did get chicken nuggets and french fries. You did get your buffalo chicken flatbread, a slushie, and a Diet Coke.
All right. So I'm also going to say I plan to write an article about this. I've been just trying to come up with a way to get my point across without sounding snarky.
So do the snark here.
Here it comes. Here it comes, y'all. Here it comes. So I don't know how to say, again, just woke up. I'm still getting my bearings. What the heck, Disney? Like, what? All right, so here's my problem with Magic Kingdom and some of the walk-ups. Mm-hmm. The prices go up, the quality food goes down.
Yes.
All right, so one of the things, like I said, I hadn't been to Magic for a while, but it wasn't a year or anything. It was just since the beginning of the Christmas season.
Right.
Right. So my beloved chicken buffalo pizza, flatbread, which was always like a good staple.
And it's got like Cool Ranch Doritos crumbled on top of it.
It's fun.
It's not too hot. If you're a buffalo, if you're afraid of buffalo, that's one that's not really that hot.
No, because I can't do super hot food.
Right.
All right, and anybody that knows me knows that a huge pet peeve of mine is when they replace white meat chicken with the gummy, nasty, fatty, disgusting, like dark meat pieces, whatever those are.
This is not an endorsement for any type of chicken kind. We're sorry to Tyson, Purdue, Publix brand, and Walmart brand chicken. We love you all.
Years and years and years ago, like years and years and years and years ago, it just popped in my head. There was a commercial, and I don't remember what it was for, but obviously a chicken place. And the whole thing was showing white meat chicken, or like the crappy place that they were like, don't be like this place. And they would say parts is parts chicken.
Oh, I remember.
Do you remember that? Parts is parts. You know what? Whatever's there, we're gonna batter it up. We're gonna whatever.
Deep fry it, put sauce on it. You're good to go.
Parts is parts.
Yeah.
And we're like, don't be like them.
Mm-hmm.
Well, the pizza over at Pinocchio's house went full parts is parts. Because I'm trying to, get my fork, getting all ready, look down, and I'm like, what in the beep is on my pizza?
I know. I was hoping it was just overcooked. You know how chicken gets a little darker as it overcooks.
No, it was fatty, nasty, dark, like colored pieces of shiny fat on my pizza. All right, on my flatbread. Mm-hmm. And
I don't think you should have thrown it across the room, though. That was
I didn't throw it. So what I ended up doing was I was so disappointed because we had a gift card, but had I spent money on my former favorite flatbread, I was so disgusted because I ended up maybe it's just a bad piece.
Right.
So then I take my fork and I start going through. Oh no, it looked like a chicken exploded on that pizza, and none of it was white meat. All right? It was just fat nastiness.
You said a chicken exploded on your pizza.
Okay, there was no feathers or a beak. Okay, I'm sorry. But we keep it real. We keep it real here. And it was disgusting. So gross.
Sarah McLaughlin's going to do a commercial for the chickens.
The
arms of an angel.
Okay. And you gotta remember too, I don't eat meat normally, so
chicken's the only meat.
Chicken is really the only meat,
and only the white meat.
And only the white meat. And I looked down, and it was horrific. So I ended up accumulating chicken pieces and put them in a side. Like I pushed them to the side with my fork, and I took a picture of the fat mess of parts as parts that was on my plate. Mm-hmm. And I was really upset because they used to use white meat chicken,
right.
And you didn't have to go through it and rake through it like you're raking the grass, right. Looking for whatever they threw in there in the cheese. No. So I was angry a little bit because, come on, Disney,
don't raise the price and lessen the quality.
Yes, and it's getting worse and worse. So I want to write something up about Magic Kingdom being best park but not best food.
No, they've gotten worse about the walk-ups at Magic Kingdom. There is no reason I will eat at Magic Kingdom unless it's Casey's, because that's the only place that I still
you like Casey's, yeah.
But I don't like Pecos Bills anymore. Rumors are floating around today that Tortuga is finally closed for good.
Yeah, there's a thing floating.
The launch pad hasn't been opened not the launch pad, the one that was over there. It became a seafood, not. The one
I know what you're talking about, the terrace one.
Yeah, the terrace one hasn't hardly ever opened anyway. Pinocchio's Village House has kind of killed it for you, so you won't be going back there.
So sad.
And Cosmic Rays is just it's
hit or miss. I mean,
hit or miss. Sometimes
I will go to Cosmic Rays now more than anything else, but I'm afraid to have their chicken sandwich.
Actually, I think from now on, if we want something, we're going to either walk to the Contemporary or take the boat over to the Poly, because Captain Cook's is good. Contempo Cafe is good.
Decent, yeah.
And actually, it's much better than park food. Either one of those places is much better than park food for walk up.
So anyway, that did put a little damper on my evening, only because, even though we're locals, if we don't get to a park in a while, we still get kind of excited to go. And we had been looking forward to going all week because I haven't had the best holiday season and I haven't been able to get out. And we were like, we're going.
Right. And we were leaving Sunday, so we knew that was our last opportunity.
Yes. So, you know what? Maybe it was a bad batch. I do not know. Am I going to chance it again? Probably not, because it's just expensive. So all I'm saying is I get why those of you that have complained about the food and quality and things like that, I cannot tell you that you are wrong in any sense of the form or in a way, because I agree.
It's funny because when she was eating this chicken and she goes, I'm going to talk about this. She goes, I'm going to take your stance with you are with Red Gold ketchup and Heinz.
Yes.
I'm going to take the stance as far as Red Gold is the dark meat, greasy, fatty chicken, and Heinz is the white meat.
Right. So they ketchuped us, everyone.
They ketchuped you all.
They did. Like, and don't think we didn't notice, because I totally noticed. And let me tell you something.
You can put all the buffalo sauce on it. It's
That's
still,
right. It's still, if it's still shiny and fatty, I see it. It doesn't matter what you put on it. So yeah. Now Scott has his Heinz. I have my white meat chicken. Like the, what is it? Red Gold.
Red Gold. The
Red
tomatoes,
Gold is the dark meat chicken.
It's like putting V8 on your fries.
I know. Well, dark meat chicken is like putting a chicken in a blender and just putting whatever is
That
left.
chicken exploded. You said it perfectly already.
That was nasty, disgusting. I have pictures. I have photographic proof. I swear I do.
Now everybody's going to go back there and go, I don't want that exploded buffalo chicken.
I don't want a chicken to explode on my flatbread, but there was no feathers that I saw.
Gonzo's buffalo chicken.
But Gonzo wasn't a chicken.
No, but his friends were, and he always walked with the chickens.
Oh my god. And they did have feathers flying. I did not see a beak, a foot, or a feather. I think everything else was fair game.
Okay, there you go.
But anyway, so we got out of there just in time.
Just in time.
Because it was so packed. And when we were leaving the park, cast members were setting up ropes for people to stand in for the ferry and for the monorail. Because during the holidays, and it's the same thing. It reminded me of 4th of July. Because if you go on 4th of July, when you get out of there, it is a madhouse.
It is.
It's terrible. So we got out they were just setting up all the ropes.
And I will say Disney is very good with crowd control. Even though it's a madhouse, even though it looks worse than it is, they still do a very good job of getting you to where you need to be in an efficient amount of time, considering how big the crowd is.
It's, I'm going to disagree.
Really?
Yes. Only because.
If it was a free-for-all, I think it would be horrible.
No, it's not a free-for-all, and they try.
Yeah.
But the problem is people.
Yeah.
Because cast. This is what I'm talking. I'm not talking that cast members don't do a good job. I'm saying that cast members are have their jobs cut out for them for the holidays.
Right.
Because they put up these ropes, people don't go on the lines of the ropes.
No.
People if they say all traffic this way, go traffic this way, and people don't listen.
Right.
People are mad. They're tired. They want to get out of there. So. If you're gonna go at peak times, I think the cast members do their best, but I don't think that it's I think it's Magic Kingdom because you can't get out of there.
Yeah, there's no easy way to get out of that park, no matter what. But
No.
the cast members do try.
The cast members try. It's overwhelming.
It's the people coming in there who don't trust that. Oh, I know I can get here faster than I can. No, you
no.
really can't. They've tested it. They figured out every possible way. One thing we didn't mention, which I thought was cool, we actually went the opposite way on the monorail track.
Yes, it was going the wrong way.
Right. So when we got to the park, we walked up to the monorail station. We were taking the monorail, and instead of going through the Contemporary, past Bay Lake Tower to the park, it took us the back way, where you fly past the Polynesian, you fly past the Floridian, then you come into that way, and then when you leave, you go the other way. You go through past Bay Lake, past the Contemporary, back to the TTC.
Yeah, it was very strange. It felt like being on the resort monorail.
It kind of did.
Anyway, so I didn't mean that the cast members don't do a good job. I'm saying that regardless of the job they do, it's still chaos.
I wish. Sometimes I really wish cast members could tell these people what they really think.
You know what? And I would be there to be like, yeah, you tell them. I would be totally on the cast member side.
Would totally be on them because they have to, no matter what, the person can basically yell at them and scream at them in their face, tell them they are wrong, and the cast members got to smile, and they've got to try to help them the best they can. And you know what? Good for them being able to do that, because I would be fired.
I'd be fired immediately.
Immediately.
I wouldn't be able to let someone yell at me or tell me I'm wrong all day long and not snap.
Yeah, so
because
I applaud them.
people these days, they don't have the patience and consideration for other people, and for instance, again, we knew what we were walking into.
Right.
Because we live here.
Yeah, we've done it many times.
But you got people that come at peak times, and what did you expect? Like, it's gonna be crazy, and it's not the cast members' fault that it's crazy.
Right. They didn't invite their entire friends and family and
even if they did, it wasn't
and their university and high school and everybody else to come to the
yes, all their classes they graduated from.
Yeah.
No. So no, I didn't mean it like that. I meant it that
they can only do so much.
They can only do so much because it's overwhelming. And like Aiden always says, I wish there was like a bridge to walk across back to the lot.
Build a tunnel under the water. We have a tunnel in Michigan that goes between Detroit and Canada.
We do.
Build a tunnel between the park and the parking lot.
Yeah, under the Detroit River, there's a tunnel. We just talking about that. But
get glass, you can see the gators swim by.
Ooh.
That might be kind of a cool little way to go.
I mean, not that there's gators in the water in Florida.
No.
Wink, wink. Anyway, so, but other than the nasty blown up chicken, and it was.
Here's what I don't get though.
What?
So that chicken they gave you on that, we're going to talk 4 hours about this flatbread, so this show's never going to end. I got
hashtag flatbread.
I got the chicken fingers or nuggets. I can't remember what it was there, but either way.
Right.
They are white meat.
For sure they are.
Now, I've had buffalo chicken pizza at, let's say, Splitsville.
Oh, yeah.
I've had it at Rock and Brews when they used to have it. I've had it many places. Most places, it is breaded chicken they put on those pizzas. Why do they not take a chicken strip?
Yes.
Dice it up, put it in the buffalo, put that on the flatbread, and there you go.
Because it was grilled chicken before.
Right. But why would...
Instead of going with the
finger,
gross chicken, then cut up a chicken finger, because you know what? I, as a chicken aficionado, would be very happy with a chicken tender rather than whatever in God's name was on that pizza.
And it's got to save them time in making it, because right now they have to grill the chicken or boil it, however they cook the chicken, whatever they do with that chicken to get it. But wouldn't it be easier to deep fry? Because they're already making chicken tenders. They're already making chicken nuggets.
You're talking all commonsensical, Atwood. I don't know.
I am.
I
know I am. But it would just make sense.
We're 22 minutes in and we're still on gross pizza.
We're still on our first thing of it.
Okay, all right. We'll make it quick. But anyway, we got to enjoy the lights. We got out of there at a decent time. Everything went well, minus pizza.
Minus pizza. Okay. Then Sunday, we got up. We didn't get up too early. We agreed we weren't going to leave at the before the sun got up to get to Michigan. We were going to leave a little bit later, which we did. So we got up and we headed to Michigan. We drove nonstop.
Took us forever.
We got there. What time did we get there? It was like 5 in the morning, I want to say.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was 5 in the morning, roughly between 4:30 and 5 in the morning. Got there. Your mom and dad were just kind of getting up when we were like, okay, we're going to bed. We've been up all night.
Yeah.
We're exhausted. Nice to see you guys, but we're tired. And traffic was not bad. It's a long drive.
Well, we had some trouble like through Georgia that there was like some backups. There was a couple of backups that pushed us back, and it took us longer than we thought it was going to. Not to mention, again, I'm aware because it's the holidays, but if you stop at Buc-ee's
Don't.
during the holiday rush, especially like we were there at like 3:00 in the afternoon, whatever. Madhouse, insane. The line for the bathroom was around the whole store. It was crazy. So that's what took us a long time too, is stopping at Buc-ee's and going to the bathroom, because their bathrooms are cleaner there. It's nice there. But holy mother, it was very, very, very crowded.
In all the years of going to Buc-ee's, I've never seen the men's room have a line, and they had a line.
No. And the women's room, usually it just goes back out a little bit.
Right.
It wrapped around all the way to the back of the store.
Yeah,
it went pretty quick, but that's not the point. But anyway, so yeah, Buc-ee's took forever. So when we finally got home, we wanted to sleep, which we did, and I can't remember the order of things. I know we went to sleep. We got up, and
so that was Monday. We got there bright and early Monday morning.
Oh yeah, and then we ended up going to the hockey game.
Went to see our nephew's hockey game.
Yeah, not Red Wings. We went to the Otters.
Yes. We went to go see our nephew play. He just started playing hockey this season.
Last season.
Or last season. But we wanted to go see one of his games when we were home, and he was playing that night. So we did get to go see him. He scored 2 goals.
He is fast.
He is awesome. He was sick the week before, and they said he was a little bit slow because of that, and he was still fast.
No, he's 7.
His
and
dad taught him well.
Yeah,
'Cause
my
your
brother was a hockey player too. My dad was a hockey player, so it's like passed down. I don't know what happened with my boys. They didn't want to play sports.
But the best part of that, so like you just said, Jackson is 7. There's a kid on their team who is 4 years old. You would have never known that kid was 4, except
He's
for how
fast
tall he was.
too, and
He
how
was fast and
very
good
good
with it.
players. So these kids, they start them young up north.
You have to. You got
yeah.
your-
So hockey game, that was fun.
So we went to hockey game. Then it was our anniversary, so we went to dinner. We didn't go to dinner with everybody else. We decided we were going to do dinner on our own.
Yes, the kids went to Coney Island, and we went to Italian food.
Right. So we went to an Italian restaurant that we go to pretty much every time we're home, actually.
Yeah, it was one of those, and we were talking about how much we were sitting there, and it was getting to be closing time, and you got pizza, I got spaghetti, and it was it's a mom and pop restaurant. It's not a chain.
Been there forever.
It's been there for years. They had their, garland and colored Christmas lights wrapped around like the bar area and all over the place. And we're just saying how we miss those quaint places, like the mom and pop places that are up north that we don't have here. Or if we have them, we don't live by them.
Right. Correct.
You know,
we haven't found them yet.
Everything by us is very commercialized and chain restaurants and things.
As we were sitting there, we're looking around the restaurant, and they had anybody who came in after a certain time, they put them all on one side of the restaurant. They were like shutting down the other side. So it was like they'd clean up one side, shut the lights off. Clean up the next section, shut the lights off. So it was slowly getting over to our section, but we weren't the last ones out of there.
No, we were not, because we try to be mindful.
We did. We got there just a few minutes after they closed, which they're like, "Oh, you guys could stay longer. Don't worry about it. I know you want to get home."
We get it.
Yep.
Yeah.
So we got out of there, but the food was good, as it always has.
Always.
Been. Went back to the house. I think your parents were already asleep because they had been sick. Your dad had rehearsal.
Everybody up north was sick.
Yeah, and if you watch the news, there's been stuff going around all over, different flu bugs and such. So your parents had already been through it, and they were still kind of recovering, recouping. So they were in bed when we got back there. So we didn't last long, actually. We
did
started
not.
watching TV, and we were both because we had just drove. We had only slept a few hours
Yes,
before we got up.
we were
and got
playing
moving
catch up,
for the day.
yeah.
So we were playing catch up, but we did that. Then we went to downtown Detroit. We took the boys down to downtown Detroit to see the tree lighting down there and the ice rink they build in Campus Martius in Detroit.
Yes,
my old building, CompuWare, where I worked. It's all
Yes.
right in front of that building, so we got to show them because Aiden never really saw where I worked. Andrew did, but Aiden never.
No, and the weirdest thing is, and I was just gonna say that because you took Andrew to take your kid to work day.
Aiden wasn't old enough, and then when we left,
Yeah.
he would have been old enough.
And then so I worked in the Ren Center, the GM building, which is the big building in Detroit, and I didn't realize that Aiden didn't realize that's where my job was because we were walking and he's like, we were talking about the Ren Center because and I said, yeah, I go, that's where I worked. He goes, oh my gosh, Mom, you worked in that building?
Yeah, because every time you see, like, if they show like a sports game from Detroit,
Yes.
or where they always show the Ren Center at nighttime because they light it up with whatever sport team is playing that night. So
Yes, it's either has a red rim around the top or blue. Yeah,
or whatever's going on. And that's the one that if you ever see the Detroit skyline, that's the last building before the Detroit River, which then you see Canada on the other
it's
side.
got like the multiple. They look like tubes almost, but they're different things.
Yep.
And then Aiden wanted to know what tower I was in and all that. And I forget how long we've been here. Because like you and I worked in Detroit,
Right.
and the kids didn't realize. And all right, so we park in a newer garage, and we get out of the garage and we start walking, and the kids were amazed of how like Detroit. We always say Detroit is not what it used to be.
Because we've been down there quite a few times. Since
Yeah, we worked down there when it was dangerous. I mean, dangerous, and now they've cleaned it up. And
Lots of businesses have come to the city.
a lot of businesses, a lot of stores, but they had the streets all lit up in Christmas decorations. Aiden told me it looked like a Christmas movie.
It kind of, yeah, it really did.
Lots of people on the street walking towards the ice rink. I had been to the ice rink years and years ago, but the line out to skate um,
Oh wow,
wrapped
that's huge.
around the whole place. I don't know how they were gonna, but again, Christmas time.
Yeah.
The line to skate was huge. The Christmas tree was beautiful. They had other photo opportunities, so it was just kind of nice to be down there and to see what it has turned into since we moved away.
Oh yeah, I think the Hallmark Channel needs to do Christmas in Motown as their new movie. On the
Yeah, for
Hallmark Channel.
people to realize that it's not. I hate it. It drives me crazy. So I'm gonna get on my soapbox for a minute. It drives me crazy. Tell people you're from Detroit and they give you the look
Yeah.
because you're thinking old Detroit.
Yeah, the '80s was bad. A little bit of the '90s was
Yeah.
bad. '70s was bad. When I lived in Vegas, because I lived out there for a while with my dad, I worked with a guy who was from Compton. Now,
we go, this
growing
story
up, we
again.
think Compton is the worst place. But when he found out I was from Detroit, he was like, "Weren't you scared?"
No,
I'm like, "It wasn't that," because I was never scared of it because I grew up there.
right?
in that area.
We just if you could see how it is now, you'd be like, okay. And you got to remember the Detroit Lions have brought life into that city.
The Tigers
Comerica
moved,
Park.
yep.
The Red Wings are right up the street. So
Pistons are right across the street
it's
too.
a sports town now. They have a lot of great restaurants.
The train station, they rebuilt it. Grand Central train
Yes.
station, they rebuilt it, and now it's beautiful to look at. I mean, it used to be an eyesore.
Oh God, yeah, it looked like a burnt out place where you would see like Ghost Adventures going to check out.
Right.
But yeah, anyway, the whole point was that Detroit looked beautiful. It was nice to see the city alive and hopping. The kids had a great time. We never skated or anything again because we probably would still be in line for.
We'd still be in line. It's probably closed now. but-
Yeah. But anyway, it was really fun to take them down there, and it was just kind of eye opening to try to remember. For us, it's like it is what it is. But for the kids, they did not remember the things that we did.
Been gone almost 12 years, so yeah, I
Yeah.
can see. I mean, Andrew's almost doubled his age since we left.
Yeah, and Aiden was 10 when we left. So
Yeah.
it's like, yeah. But anyway, so that was a good time. And then the next day was Christmas Eve, and so everything was busy because it was at my parents' house.
Correct, and it was great Christmas Eve.
It was so much
Can't
fun.
say anything negative about Christmas Eve? We had a great time. Food was good. Everything was fun.
Everybody had fun.
Everybody had fun. Everybody stayed kind of late. We were all exhausted.
We had a good
when we left.
time.
And then Christmas Day the next morning. And the only regret I have is that we didn't have enough food in the house on Christmas Day because, unlike here, everything up there is closed.
Yes. Yeah, everything closes Christmas Day up north, and we're used to how things are down here, where you can find something open in Orlando every day of the year.
Always. Yep.
But
always.
yeah, up there not so much. But
So we were hungry. It was it was like 9:45. Me and you were starving because we thought there'd be a lot of food left over from Christmas Eve, and there really wasn't. But we had
everybody
been-
stayed late and ate.
And whatever was left, we had eaten on that most of the day. So me and you decided, you know what? Let's take a ride. Let's go see if there's any place open. like
Any place.
Chinese food, or if there's a little pizza place that's open, or just anything. So we drove and drove and drove, and we drove past a was it Denny's?
It was Denny's.
Denny's was open, and they were closing at 10 or whatever. But me and you pulled in the parking lot like 10 minutes to 10, and I'm like, I got in the app and I put the order
Yeah,
in.
we ordered something easy. I ordered like French toast.
And I got a burger, so it was nothing big deal. But we didn't get our food till after 10:30, and there was a line of people in there.
Because it was the only place in town that was open.
I tipped them very well because I felt bad.
But it was like Christmas Denny's.
It reminded me of the Santa Claus.
Yes,
But
the
that's
Santa
Christmas
Claus.
Eve, but that's where they go because Tim burns the turkey, or Scott Calvin, I should say, burns the turkey, and that's where they ended up going.
Yeah.
To get that. So, and then so that was Christmas Day, and then the next day you went out with the Michigan Besties.
I did. It was bestie time, and my sister-in-law Amy went with us, and we actually just went out to eat, and then we went to this little martini bar. So it was like nothing wild or anything, but the city that we went to was all decked out in Christmas and everything, and that's like one of the places we went to was decked out for Christmas as well. I mean, it back home really does more now than they used to.
Oh yeah, for
And
sure.
we had to hurry up and get that in because we were getting ready to leave. So our trip was shorter this time, so we had to squeeze in as much as we could. And on that note, Christmas break in Michigan went by fast.
Really fast. I think we had like 6 days there, and it flew by. It felt like 3.
Yeah, it was
because
more.
2 of them are holidays.
Well,
because
plus the
Christmas
one day
Day.
we slept, so more like 4.5, 5 days.
It
I
went by
mean,
really quick.
yeah, it was like really fast, but a really good time. So I can't complain. It was nice. I cried when we left. I didn't want to come back because
didn't want
I miss having family.
Yeah.
I miss having people around. And that's the part that stinks when, like, and I call it, we have 2 homes. We have Florida home and then we have Michigan home.
Right.
And I miss Michigan home so much, but our livelihood is in Florida.
Yeah.
But it always sucks to have to come back.
Yeah, it was never hard on me, but this year got harder. To come back home, it got a lot harder or to come back Florida home, rather than Michigan home, just because it's like I miss that more and more. To come back here, and we have our friends here, and they're wonderful, but we don't have the family like we do there, and that's what I miss.
Yeah, like there's no aunts, uncles, cousins, everybody. We have a very tiny, tiny circle of people here that we love.
Right.
But up north we have a big circle and their family.
Right, and and going to see a hockey game with our nephews play hockey, or
Yeah,
our
we
other
miss
nephew wants
out.
to play football one day, so we miss out on those kind of things because we are here. We don't get to go to their birthday parties. We've never been to our nephew's birthday.
We have never been to our nephew's birthday parties.
Yeah, 7 and 4. We've never been to one.
We've never been to one. We've sent gifts.
Yeah.
But yeah. And what did you say? Something about where it's like the Amazon aunt and uncle?
That's exactly what we are.
Because I mean, and they know us and they love us. The kids get excited when they see us.
Oh yeah, when they see us, they're
like,
very
"Ah."
excited, and they get sad when we're leaving.
Yeah,
So, yeah.
and I get sad too because we miss out. And I think that's a good lesson also because, people, say to us a lot, oh, you're so lucky you live by Disney. You're so lucky because you're by the parks all the time and you guys work with theme parks. And you know what? And that is 100% true.
Mm-hmm.
But the flip side of that is there's a downside to it to where, you don't have that connection to community like you have from where you come from.
Exactly.
And you do miss it. So, I mean, like I said, in a perfect world, I wish that I had 2 homes. I wish I had a place there and a place here, and we had money so that we could travel between them because there's people down here that I love and I would miss.
Right.
And then there's people up there who I do love and miss. So, I guess you can't ever have it. You can't ever have it all.
No, you can't.
You
Sadly
can't.
not, but
I miss them already, and I love them, and it was a great Christmas break.
it was. So we got back. We got back here on Sunday evening, about 9:30. We got back Sunday night. We left Saturday. We got home Sunday. We did stop for the night on the way back because it's too much.
It was too much.
It's too much drive, and traffic was horrible on the way back. So we really didn't do much Monday or Tuesday. We're kind of just getting our bearings back and catching up on laundry and getting the house back in order
that
and doing
fun
all the fun
stuff.
stuff. And then New Year's Eve came on Wednesday, and we were invited by Sunset Walk Promenade at the Sunset Walk, which is by the Margaritaville Resort on 192.
You've heard us talk about that
You've heard us
before.
talk about. They invited us to come out for their celebration, which we were kind of excited about because we usually at New Year's Eve we don't do much around here because the parks are nuts. So
yeah, and we've been to Magic Kingdom on New Year's Eve. We've been to Epcot.
Yeah.
Our friends Corey and Lucretia, I looked at my Facebook memories, and there was a lot of years they were in town, and we celebrated with them at a park.
Many times.
But they went someplace different this year.
Mm-hmm.
And then we didn't go to Magic Kingdom or anything like that. But being invited to this place, we got to go to Rock and Brews. That's right there to eat.
They got us dinner at Rock and Brews, which was very good. It was fun in there.
It was fun. They had music playing. They were having a little party out on their patio. Yep. And then we went to the main area where usually it's not that crowded there. That's where it's the same complex that we judge that chili cook-off and different things that we've been there for. Mm-hmm. And we walked over there, and to my surprise, it was jammed full of people.
And they did such a good job. The stages they built, they had monitors up to watch the band that was playing and the DJ that was playing. They had those little those sticks that lit up. They gave everybody.
It looked like a pool noodle with lights in it.
Yeah, and they gave everybody a couple of those to have fun with. I mean, it was a really fun environment to be in. It was cold. It was very
cold. And don't laugh, you guys. It went down to like 30s that night.
Which Florida, that is freezing because we're just not used to that here.
We had on our winter coats and everything, and we were freezing.
I wore a coat.
I know you never wear a coat.
I never wear a coat. I think I had a hoodie and a coat on.
You
so-
did. I mean, we should mark that day down too.
Exactly. So we went there. That was a fun night. Had a lot of time. Thank you to them for having us out.
Oh my
We
gosh,
had a lot
yes.
of
Thank you
fun.
for having us. We had a really nice time. And then we left by 11 so we could be home for the ring in the new year with,
Yeah, because we wanted
the
to
boy.
be with. Yeah, because Aiden wasn't with us. He was at home, so we wanted to come home and ring in the new year at home. In
Yes.
our house.
Mhm.
And then Thursday we got up and we had our family Christmas with the because we hadn't had our Florida Christmas, so to speak. Because when we go to Michigan, we don't really do Christmas with the boys up there. We wait until we're here.
Yeah, so we have Michigan Christmas and Florida Christmas. And so we on New Year's Day we did Florida Christmas.
Yeah, and I cooked dinner, and it was just fun. We just sat around, we talked, we had a good time.
It was nice.
was.
We ate a lot of food.
We did. So then Saturday we ended up going out with our friends. Went out to dinner, and then we finished Stranger Things.
We did.
Don't really want to talk about it because I'm not one of those people that wants to spoil it for people who haven't watched it.
I so want to talk about it. I'll say this. We've watched that show the whole time. And I'm sad that it ended. I'm kind of okay with how it ended to a point.
Yeah,
there's a part
I'm okay with it.
I don't love all of it.
But I've seen shows end worse.
Oh yeah.
Seinfeld.
And I don't want to spoil it because I know there's people that haven't seen it yet. But yeah, God, there's so much I want to say. Okay,
I want to go back and watch it early. I want to rewatch like the first season.
Go watch it all over again.
I do.
Because I bet you. So people say that in the finale, there's a lot of references to episodes of in the past, like from the very beginning, signs that like noises and wording and different things that you will pick up on as the show goes on. That you probably didn't even notice because the show's been on for 10 years.
Right.
So you're not going to remember what happened necessarily in the first season, all the details. But I guess it all makes sense. So we should do that when we're bored.
So there's something, I'm just going to mention this, that's floating around the intranets today, that a lot of the Stranger Things fandom thinks the finale wasn't the real finale.
I know.
That the real finale is dropping on the 7th because that January 7th is a date that means something in Stranger Things world.
Okay, well, something came out right before we came to do this. And there's going to be another episode, but it's going to be a behind the scenes of the last season.
That'll be cool.
So something is coming.
There's going to be more.
I think there's going to be
something more.
I don't know. I just feel it, but I could be
Netflix
wrong.
is going to cash in on something.
Yeah. So anyway, but yeah, if you have not seen it, we won't. Maybe we'll talk about it next week. You'll have plenty of time. So if you don't see it by next week, I
I want to listen to our show together.
yeah, or we can tell you spoiler warning, and then you can fast forward.
There you go. And then yesterday we just went to Cast Connection in the morning, which had some really great stuff.
They did, but actually we went there to get some groceries.
And we did.
So-
I love going there to buy food.
Scott loves Cast Connection, not for like pick up a cheap shirt or anything.
You love it for that.
Okay, but I didn't buy anything because you went there to he got chicken nuggets, he got fries, he got onion rings, he got butter, he got jelly, he got ketchup, he got all
And
kinds
it
of
was
stuff.
Heinz ketchup. They sell the Heinz there, but not in the parks. They don't have it for free.
So
But
basically,
anyway.
you can buy in bulk back there. So that's exactly what he did. We stocked our freezer full of different things that you can throw in the air fryer.
Because I got a new one for Christmas.
My mom got him an air fryer that he's been itching to use. So
Yep. So now I got.
now you got stuff to put in the
I
air
got stuff
fryer.
to put in it. Right after the show's over, that's where I'm going. But anyway, so that's kind of our last couple of weeks in a nutshell. Actually, in 43 minutes.
Gosh, I'm
so
sorry.
We do have a couple media events coming up. Not this week. Next week. We have one media event regarding Disneyland Handcrafted, the new docu-series that's going to be coming to Disney Plus. And we're going to actually be in there with Leslie Iwerks.
We get a screening before it comes out, and there's going to be a Q&A with Leslie Iwerks.
Which I am so excited about.
So excited.
Because Leslie's grandfather, Iwerks, as we all know, was the one that created Mickey Mouse with Walt. And so her family's history is huge. And then her father, Don, was also an Imagineer. So her family's history...
She comes from Imagineers.
It's all intertwined with the Disney company. And I'm so excited to be able to hopefully meet her and ask her, because I already have my question all set and ready to ask her.
I hope he gets picked to ask a question because he really wants to be.
Yeah, I do, and I love reading about Iwerks. Him and Thurl Ravenscroft are two of my favorite Disney people in the history of the company.
Yeah.
And I'm really excited about.
He's
that.
very
So I
excited.
think it's gonna be a lot of fun. And then next Friday, we also have the opening of Festival of the Arts,
Festival of the Arts
right,
is
which is the
already
expo,
popping up.
and we've been to every one of those festivals. We've been to the opening day of every Festival of the Arts.
Yes,
since
we
they
have.
started that.
Yes, we have.
So a lot of fun. So just want to touch on something. Don't want to really go into a lot of detail with it, but it's something that happened while we were out for our anniversary dinner while we were in Michigan.
Oh, yeah.
We started getting text messages asking us if something was true, and the only reason we want to mention that is out of respect. Adam the Woo, as most people know by now, passed away suddenly, unexpectedly.
Right before Christmas.
Right before Christmas. And I'm sure if you've seen anything on social media, if you follow any Disney pages, pretty much everybody said something about it somewhere. We haven't put out anything really publicly. I put something on my personal page because back in 2017 at D23 Expo, our first one, I met Adam. He was walking around the floor, and I went up to introduce myself and talk to him just because, and he knew who the Main Street Mouse was, which was such
He's a YouTuber for those of you who don't know.
yeah, YouTuber. Honestly, regardless of what people think or know or whatever, I think he was a great guy.
Overwhelmingly, people agree with that he was a great person. And you got people, anybody who has an ounce of success always have doubters, like,
Right.
oh, he couldn't be really that nice. I mean, I had people say that about me when they met me, like, oh, you're just as nice as I thought you would be.
Right.
Well, what did you think?
Yeah.
So, I mean, and a lot of us are. I mean, there's a lot of us who are not.
Yeah.
But Adam was a true blue kind of guy.
He was.
And the next day, I got again in Michigan, got a call from Fox 35 to ask me to pop on to talk about Adam.
Mm-hmm.
And I said I would only agree to it if we could keep it about Adam. Like, I didn't want to talk about, myself at all or, any of those kind of things. Like, so when I hopped on, it ended up being live, which I didn't know.
Right.
And I really wanted people to understand that, he was kind and he was down to earth and he didn't think that he was, some huge deal. And what you saw in his videos, the type of person that he was, that's who he was.
Right.
And I put out something on our House of Mouse page today. Our last expo, he came and he did a video.
Yep.
Now, mind you, we didn't ask him to. We didn't comp him anything.
We didn't know he was there till we saw him walking around the floor.
Nope.
And
He came all on his own.
Yeah. Greg saw him, and Greg's like, hey, Adam's here. Let's go say hi.
Yeah.
And we went and we talked to him. We talked to him about 10, 15 minutes. We weren't on his video.
Nope.
We just talked to him off the video. And he told me and I told him, I said, this is my show. I appreciate you being here so much. Let me comp your ticket. Nope. He goes, I wanted to support your show. He goes, that's why I'm here. He goes, this is a great thing. He goes, our community needs this.
Yes, and he did a really great video. It's on our House of Mouse page. Out of the kindness of heart, we did not ask him to do that.
Right.
And I'm so glad that we have that. He went around and talked to our vendors, the panels, everything. And I'm so, now in hindsight, I'm really glad that he did that for us and that we have that because, excuse me, you don't know.
Nope. None of us are
And
guaranteed to know.
when we were sitting at the table, I had tears rolling down my face because it's our community. There's a lot of people who want to do what we do. There's a lot of people of up and comers, but Adam was an old schooler like we are.
He's a pioneer in what we
Yeah, he was doing YouTube before YouTube was a thing. And when I say old schooler like us, we're not YouTubers, but I mean started all this before everybody jumped on ship.
The live streaming,
And all of that. He was going to movie locations and abandoned locations and all these things. But anyway, don't want to spend a lot of time on it. But yeah, we feel very sad, and we feel very sad for his family and friends, and our community did lose a good one. So God bless him, God bless his family, and he will be missed.
Oh, for sure. But yeah, we just wanted to give a little thing here about Adam, and like you said, pray for his family right now because they're having to deal with the parents losing a son.
Yeah, and he was very close with his parents.
Very close with his parents. So that's that. So let's move on to we're going to run through some of the park news that came out while we were away that we did put out. It was a very slow news cycle around the
Which it
holidays.
always is at Christmas time.
So I'm just going to run through these things really quickly. If you want to read anything more about anything I say, you can just click on the link in the show notes, and that will take you to the article on the site, and you can read all the details if you need more information on it. So first that came out was Make a Splash Disney Water Parks Seasonal Pass has returned. So now you can buy a pass to go to the water parks more than just a day. You can buy the seasonal pass that you can go as often as you want. They also announced Blizzard Beach's opening date, which it hasn't opened yet. We drove past it today, and they're remodeling the sign out.
Yeah, we should have taken a picture because they took the lettering off the sign.
Yes, they did. Something we did before we left. Swifties rejoiced. The Taylor Swift Eras Tour costume exhibit opened. So Disney finally put out information about that, more detail of how long it would be there and such. So you can go read about that.
Yeah, it's only going to be there till the end of January.
Yeah. The Muppet Show special event coming to Disney Plus and ABC. So we put out the information about that. If you're a Muppets fan, you definitely want to check that out. Michelle, you recycled an article you done before about the Osborne family spectacle of dancing lights. So you had
the history of it,
history of it, and how it came to be and how it came to be at Disney. So if you're ever been curious about that, you can read about it there. Avatar: Fire and Ash arrived across Disney parks and experiences worldwide. So it tells you what each park is doing for that film. We put out another one, The Secrets Behind the Holiday Smells at Mickey's Once Upon a Time Christmas Parade. So if you've ever been there during the parade, you get all those Christmas smells. And this article just kind of tells how Disney creates that for you to experience. We put out an article, Meet Buddy, the newest character coming to Buzz Lightyear's Space Ranger Spin. He's a robot that's going to help you in the ride. And so we put that out. Malcolm in the Middle, Life's Still Unfair peek at the new series that's coming to Disney Plus, I believe, correct? Droid Factory Fridays coming thanks to Disney Store and Disney Parks. So there's going to be a new droid action figure toy, you want to say, released on Fridays for Disney Store and stuff. This was news that just broke the other day since we got back, and we were kind of shocked. We were driving, and we saw it. Sprinkles Cupcakes closed all their locations.
And, no notice.
No notice. A lot of employees were given one day or that day.
One day, yeah, said tomorrow, we're going to be closing. And on New Year's Day, it was going to be closed, and lo and behold, they did.
They did. So, yeah, that's no longer at Disney Springs. So if you were looking to go to Disney Springs and wanted to get a cupcake, that's not a place you're going to be able to get.
They used to be so good, too.
They used to be really good. The last day of our Disney trips, feelings and memories. This was our article you had put together, just talking about the emotions.
What it's like to wrap up your trip and, trying to savor those memories while you have them.
Right. Another one that just came out, first look at Sabrina Carpenter and Seth Rogen in The Muppet Show.
Yep.
Jiminy Cricket, Sipper, and more coming to Disneyland.
They always get the good stuff.
They always get the good stuff. Now we get whatever's left.
We'll get it eventually.
Stacy from the Must Do Disney is back in a new ad that Disney put out, and this really got everybody talking, because if you ever stayed at a resort
years ago,
Stacy had her own channel. And it was like a 30-minute commercial, basically, of all what she did at Disney. And we used to watch it because Aiden was obsessed with that.
Aiden was obsessed. That's all we watched. When he was 5, he used to call it The Girl Show.
And wait for him to fall asleep. So
we would get back to the room at night, and he'd say, I want to watch The Girl Show. And I'd be like, again. And now this is, mind you, this replays back to back to back, as a lot of you know, because they have other things that are in there now.
Yeah.
I mean, it's just a big commercial for Disney and what you should be doing, but he loved it so much. And I remember this was before we had, when YouTube and all that kind of stuff. You used your camera and you videotaped it for him so he could watch it at home. That's how much he loved it. You remember that?
Yeah, I did. Or I think I may have used our handheld camera.
I think it was our handheld. Yeah, it was our camera.
Yeah.
But yeah, so if you blink, you'll miss her kind of thing. But she's in the beginning real quick and then at the end. But yeah, it got everything a buzz. And she put out a statement on Twitter or something, said it was fun. And she thanked Disney for having her back, even just for that little bit.
Yeah, it's a cool little Easter egg, so to speak.
Kind of, yeah. And it was like, and I meant to tell you, I showed it to him.
Oh, did you?
And he goes, oh my gosh, it's her.
It's her.
It's her.
Another blog that came out today, Ways to Save and More During Cool Kids Summer at Walt Disney World. That dropped today, so there's lots of information.
So much information, you guys. Go check out that blog because
it
it's more than we can talk about here.
It really is. And then we already talked a little bit about this, but the new documentary Disneyland Handcrafted will be premiering on Disney Plus January 22nd. And like you said, we're going to be getting our sneak peek at it next week. With Leslie.
Although we can't videotape
We can't
anything.
share or
we can't
talk
we
about it,
can't
but-
we can't do that.
No,
But
we can't. So that's all the news. We really didn't want to do a discussion this week because it's the first show of the year. So we were kind of just going to recap some of the big things we did in the previous year. Now, granted, we have lots of events we covered this last year. We spent lots of times with our friends. We got to visit with a lot of our friends this year. Lots of time with Chuck and Karen and Greg, Holly,
Claire,
Jackie,
Sarah
Cooley and her mom came down. And there's probably other people. I'm not even. Gina and Chauhan came down. I mean, we got to do a lot of things with a lot of our friends this year, which were all fantastic. And we usually talk about them the week that happens. And we've done a lot of media events this last year, and we didn't want to go through and tell you guys all those again as like.
no, this show would be hours long.
Yeah,
So.
but we just picked a few of the things month by month that happened.
Yeah.
Just a kind of as a little reminder of stuff that we've accomplished because it reminds us that we're blessed for what we have.
Yeah, and we get to do a lot of
We
cool
get to
stuff.
do a lot of cool things because of you guys, because of the listeners and the readers.
Yeah.
Because of you guys supporting us that way.
They keep the Main Street Mouse alive, truly.
Yes, you keep it alive. And so we're just going to run through a couple of these things.
Just a few things.
For you. So your Daydream Believing podcast, while it did start the previous year,
Yeah.
it really kind of took off this year. And I know every week you're like shocked at what show number you're at.
I am because Scott had been pushing me for a while to do my own show because I have a lot to talk about, and it wasn't. I have a lot to say that's not just about Disney. So I credit you for making me do it because he's always been, he sees vision and value in what I do, even when I don't. So thank you for that.
You're welcome.
And the show is probably one of my favorite things because again, I don't get to go out for girls' night when here.
Right.
So the show has been like my outlet for just to hang out with friends and talk about like current events and different things. So yeah, daydreambelieving.com.
Daydream podcast.
I'm sorry, daydreambelievingpodcast.com. Again, sorry. But yeah, so it's really fun for me and those of you that listen to that show too. Thank you.
Yes, thank you so much. And then in February, we went back to Michigan for your birthday. So you got to celebrate your birthday in Michigan last year.
I did, yes.
Which made you very happy. Your mom and dad had a small party together with friends and stuff.
It snowed, and the girls and I threw snow in the parking lot behind the restaurant.
Yeah. So it was a fun little trip home. Not one that we had expected to be taking, but we got to do that, and it was a good trip. It honestly really was. And Aiden went with us, and it was fun.
It was fun.
It was fun. And then an event you got to do, which you talked a lot about when it happened. So Eat by Maneet.
Maneet, yeah.
Had an event for women's.
It was Women's History Month at Disney Springs, and I was invited to this really small luncheon that Maneet was at, and she's on like Food Channel and all that. And I got to speak to her and talk. She talked about, how she started, her restaurants and the cooking and all these things, and basically coming from nothing to having her own restaurants and being on the television. But yeah, that was a great event, and she was very, very kind. So now whenever I see her pop up, I'm like, oh, there she is. She's so nice. Because she was very, very nice.
Yeah, you talked about that for weeks, about how inspirational she was. That follow your dreams. Don't give up on them. Don't let somebody tell you can't have a dream.
Right, and she, being that she talked to me personally, because I asked her, I go reporter mode, you guys.
Yeah.
When I'm at an event, I am not thinking about like me, I'm thinking of reporter Michele, not just, hey, I like your shoes. You know what I mean? We're talking, which she did have cute shoes, by the way. But, like, I go into, and I want to know, and I want to ask the right questions. And some of the questions that she and I talked about, I valued the answers that she gave me, and I shared with all of you. So that was really, really cool. And again, I appreciated being in that small group with her.
Oh, definitely. Then we had another event shortly after that, which we had never attended before, but it was the Disney Dreamers Academy, which I think is a fantastic event. that they bring these 100 dreamers from around the U.S. To Disney for, I think they're there for a week, and they put them through coaching and seminars and things like that, just to help these kids hone in on what they want to do with their future.
And a lot of these kids are getting ready to graduate, so they want to set them on the right path as far as if they want to go to college, if they want to go to a trade school, if they want to, whatever path. And in that event also, we got to talk about some future things that were coming to Disney. So it was a really good event in general. Yeah.
It was. I enjoyed that one a lot. And then in May, you arranged it, which usually for my birthday, I hate celebrating my birthday.
Hates it.
But you had talked to some of our friends at the different media companies, and you had gotten us dinner at Via Napoli. And my God, I felt so happy. I mean, not just because it's my favorite pizza place to eat down here, but just the way the staff treated me. From the minute we got there, they sang happy birthday to me in Italian. Most people, they bring you like a little cupcake for your dessert. They brought me a Mickey ear hat cake.
The whole thing.
Any food we wanted, we could order whatever.
The boys were thrilled.
It was a really fun family night. No pressure. It wasn't about presents. It wasn't about anything. It was just having a really good time at one of my favorite restaurants to go to. And I really, I have to say, it's probably one of my top birthdays of all time.
Oh, you're welcome.
So
And and I'm going to throw him under the bus. He did not want me to do that. He's like, don't you, and then I got mad, of course.
And I gave in.
And I said, just go with the flow. Because I knew Andrew and Aiden were like, let's make him do this. and he just admitted it. He's glad we made him do it.
It was a good time. So, and then right after that, shortly thereafter, we were on a plane on our way to Disneyland. Because we had been invited by Disney to cover the 70th anniversary of Disney. Now, granted, we told you guys it was like a 60-hour trip. From the time we stepped off the plane in LAX to the time we stepped back on a plane to come back here, it was 60 hours on the ground. And I don't think we've ever been so sleep deprived, so tired.
My body has never hurt that bad in my entire life.
So the last day we were in town before we were waiting for our because we left at like 11 o'clock that night. So we're sitting at downtown Disney at Earl of Sandwich, and you cried. You're like, I just want to go home and rest, because it was just so grueling on our body, because they had us nonstop.
And for whatever reason, and I even tried to wear the right shoes and everything, my legs were cramping all the way up to my back. And I don't know if it was because I was standing too much. Right. I don't know. Because in a lot of these areas, like, we had to see that we saw the fireworks. We stood for Paint the Night, the new show, Small World.
World of Color.
World of Color, the new parade, the cavalcades and all that. So there's a lot of standing.
That first night we got there, we had to do World of Color, and we were in their media. I got so sick to my stomach because I was just so tired and nauseous that I left the area, and you filmed it all, because I literally physically could not stand there anymore. I was in so much pain.
No.
It was just, but you know what? I would do it all again just to say I was there, because it was an absolutely amazing event.
Disney took really good care of us. I mean, from our, going to oh my God, I can't talk.
From the time we stepped on the plane.
Yes.
Getting us to the resort.
Yes.
Putting us at the Disneyland Hotel.
Disneyland Hotel, which was on our bucket list, even though we didn't spend much time there.
No.
And yes, we had to work for it. It's not like, I don't want anyone to ever say, must be nice, because that trip, they had us going from the time we hit California until we left. And the stuff that we got to do, I will never, ever stop talking about Fantasyland being closed for us behind the castle, and walking right on all these classic rides and the shows and everything. It was so much work, but my gosh, it was an absolute honor to be asked by the Disney company to be there. And that will be one of the high points of my career, our career. Absolutely. Because it was one of those things. I want to say it was one of the high points of the whole year.
Oh, for sure. If I look back, that is definitely one of the things. And it was such a small time period. But it was fantastic.
But it was so cool to be there. Oh, my God. Yeah, 70 years at Disneyland. That's pretty great.
It was
now, I wanted to also mention, Flower and Garden, all these things were going on as well. But we're just talking about, please understand, we did other things.
Yeah,
These are
and
just a
that's
few
what-
things.
Yeah, that's what I said. We have
Yeah.
tons of media events, and we could have put them all in there, but this
Right.
would be
I
like a
just feel like
4-hour
we
show.
like in February, like we went home, like we did a lot more than that. But it's like if we were to recap it, everything, we'd be sitting
Yeah,
here.
we're just pulling out the highlights, and not that every media event's not a highlight because we
No,
love getting
but
invited to everything.
Disneyland was really cool.
Disneyland was definitely a high point for sure. Another event that we got invited to, not through Disney, we got invited because of what we do is we got to go to the Dr. Phillips Center for the Performing Arts, and we got to see Michael James Scott, who's known as the genie
On Broadway.
On Broadway for Aladdin. He did his Dream as a Wish, and this was a phenomenal show.
We loved it, and we never have like date night. We kind of use it as date night, and we got dressed up to go to the theater.
We went to dinner, went to the theater.
Yeah,
it was a great.
It was really nice. He was very entertaining.
He was great. And then after that, I had the media event at Epic Universe.
Oh gosh, yeah, you got to understand. May was packed.
and Disneyland, we literally got off the plane, and I think it was 3 or 4 days later, Epic Universe was going on. It was really cool. I think we got back, and the next day we had the show with
The
Michael.
show at Dr. Phillips,
and
and
I had
then
like 2
Epic.
days, and then Epic.
Yes.
So it was a lot, and we had a lot going on in our personal life at the exact same time. So
We did.
it was a lot going on for us. Then after that, you had the 2 new shows that debuted at Disney's Hollywood Studio, the new Little Mermaid show, as well as the Villain show, which was highly anticipated. The Villain show, which they delivered on that show.
The villain show is awesome.
It is. It's still awesome, and I hope they keep it for as long as they can. And then also in May, we got our first trip to Kennedy Space Center.
We
Aiden
did
wanted to
for,
go there. It wasn't a media event. We went there for Aiden's birthday.
and him and Andrew acted like they were 5. The way they
Yeah.
just ran around that place, and it was one of those things that the boys, especially Aiden, has wanted to go to since we moved here.
Yeah.
And it was awesome to see them just be kids
Right,
again.
right.
You know, I have so many cute pictures that they would be like so embarrassed if I shared
yeah.
because they were in all the photo ops. It was a really good time.
Yeah. So that was a lot of fun. And then we had Starlight debut.
Oh my gosh! So yeah,
Starlight
that
Parade,
was
which we
July.
saw. I think we saw it 4 times in 3 days.
Yeah.
5 times in 3
Like
days.
we
something
wanted
that.
we wanted to make sure that we didn't miss anything. Now I don't know. Sometimes I don't know why we do that. Like, and I don't think we really missed anything. It was just a matter of, complete coverage.
Yes, complete coverage, and you guys can go back and read about our Starlight reviews podcast from that time. And then we saw something, which you saw lots of stuff close and stuff this year, but the closing of Tom Sawyer Island
Oh yeah, that's a
and the
big one.
riverboat happened this year, and it was very surreal.
You know what? It really was. And we spent, a good hour or so on Tom Sawyer Island trying to get as much coverage as we could. But then I remember I was getting tired because it was tiring.
Yeah.
I mean, I didn't realize how much there was on
There's
that
a ton
island.
over there.
And I stopped at one point and just sat on one of the benches. And I am such a sentimental person, and I soak things in. Like I soak memories in like a sponge. I wish I could remember important things, but I don't know math. I can't remember. But and I was like, it felt very strange to me to look around and be like, this is all going to be gone, and it is now. And something that has always been there. And then the boat. I mean, the boat and the whistle on the boat is just, there's. People always talk about the sights and sounds of Disney, and that whistle was always a big one back there.
Yep.
And to see it going around in the circle, and to see the views from the boat were awesome.
They were always fantastic. We were actually talking to a cast member the other night at the restaurant we went to. There was a friend of our friends that was a cast member, and he was saying how the island is gone. And then he also said if you're standing over in, say, by Tiana's, you can actually hear the Haunted Mansion stuff.
Yeah, you hear the oh.
Yeah, there's nothing blocking it now.
It's crazy.
Which is really crazy. He was talking about all that, so it was kind of cool to go through all that with him. And then in August we went back to Michigan. So we went there 3 times.
Oh, yeah, we did. Well, actually, end of July, we came back early August.
Yeah. So we got to go there. We got to go to one of our old street fairs we used to go to.
Our old
every
stomping
year.
ground type
Got
of
to
stuff.
hang out,
Yeah.
do lots of fun stuff. Had a big pool party with the family. So it was
Love
a
our
lot
pool
of fun.
parties.
That was a good trip. Then when we got back here, shortly thereafter, we had Destination D23 at Coronado,
Yes.
which we were fortunate enough they let both of us attend.
Yes.
To be there. And what a fantastic weekend. We got to see Jason and Bill, who we know for House of Mouse Expo. They were a big part of the show.
Because it was Goofy Movie's 30th anniversary.
Right.
So, and it's always cool to see people up on the stage that you know.
Right. It is.
And because of House of Mouse, we've gotten to know a lot of these Disney celebrities. And it's just really cool to see. But the whole weekend, they do these seminars and these things like all day, every day, and it is quite tiring. But it's a great event.
And then there's nighttime events. We had a thing at Expo Glow at Typhoon Lagoon. We had
Halloween party.
We had a Beacon Barrel preview.
Yeah.
So yeah, it when the seminars ended for the day, our day did not end.
No, because we have more to cover. And when you get media access to these things, they want you to cover. It's almost like how we are out at Disneyland. They have an itinerary for you that you cover from first thing in the morning until last thing at night, and then get up early in the morning and do it again.
And they say optional on quite a few of them, but we don't. It's not optional.
They don't really mean optional.
It's mandatory for us because, well,
they're like, oh, you don't have to, but if everybody else is going, you should go.
Well, and you don't want to miss something.
No.
There's that fear of missing something that you're going to regret the next day when everybody gets together and go, oh, did you see this last night? No, I was back home.
No. Yeah. So that was a good time. But man, oh man, that was tiring too. But we got to see the new Beacon Barrel lounge, which is super fun. That opened. I like the Beacon Barrel. It came up in a Facebook memory or found it in my pictures or something. And I kind of forgot because you have to have reservations to go in there.
Yep.
And it's not cheap to go in there. But yeah, it was a really cool place if you haven't gone yet. It was a fun weekend for sure.
Definitely. And then not too long after that, we had our 15th anniversary of the Main Street Mouse meetup in early September. To where we had a meetup at the Springs, which was a lot of fun. We did Raglan Road, then we went over to House of Blues.
Yes, we did.
I sat around and got to talk to a lot of people. And then a whole group of us, there was 9 of us who went over to HHN.
The next night, wasn't it?
The next night. And had a blast.
That
Even
weekend.
though it was raining, it was a blast.
Oh my God, the rain. And it rained during our meetup too because I had a bag on my head walking from Raglan over to House of Blues. I don't know why it just had to rain that weekend, but it was really rainy around that time. But I'll tell you, that weekend was one of the highlights of the year because the fact that we can still fill the music room at Raglan full, of people that come for the Main Street Mouse it's always humbling. Yeah. It makes my heart happy that people still care that much. And I used to do I used to pour my heart into meetup weekends.
Oh yeah, you did.
And I wanted to do a meetup this past year because it was the 15th. And I would like to kind of get back to doing those things because the Main Street Mouse was always about a sense of community. It was not just a news site. We never wanted to be that. It was about finding your people, finding people that other Disney people that can relate to the things that you love and the things that you get excited about. And a lot of times, people think I know I was always the Disney girl back in Michigan but you find your people, and that's one of the things when I started doing the Main Street Mouse on social media was like, okay, there's got to be other Disney people. Little did I know. Now these days it's everywhere. But I appreciate everybody being there, and even those who still follow us all these years from afar. It was very fun. I had a really great time that weekend, and I would love to do that again.
Yeah, it was a great time. And then right after that, we had the Food and Wine Classic at the Swan Dolphin, which is one of our favorite events of the year.
Oh my gosh, yeah.
And this year was a lot more fun because they had an area for us to hang out with our friends who do what we do and got to sit and talk and eat and just enjoy the evening. It's not really a work night for us. It's kind of like here you go and enjoy the night.
Well, because weeks before that, they have us to the food preview. That's where they want us to push the event. Right. Because when they actually invite us to the event, it's already happening. You can't.
Yeah, they want us to enjoy it and see what it has to offer so we can talk about it leading up to the next one.
Yeah, it is a great event.
Yeah. And then the last thing I mentioned here was that your mom and dad came in for Thanksgiving, and we got to have our family time for Thanksgiving and such, and that was just great. And then that, of course, led into the holidays of Christmas and such. So that was kind of our year in review.
The mini version.
Mini version of it. Yeah, it was a great year. I think this year we've gotten a lot closer with some of our friends who do what we do.
Yes.
We have a core group of other sites that we are friends with. They aren't just people we cover events with. These are people that we care about, that we get excited when we get to see each other.
Right. It's not just covering events anymore because, like I've spoken about before, a lot of times, like especially in the beginning, we go to these events and not really know anybody, and sometimes it's awkward. Yeah. And now, the media stuff is changing all the time, and there's like a handful of actual websites that do what we do. That those are like our people that we look for when if there's a sea of influencers or whatever, and then there's us that do actual media. But yeah, so it was nice to be able to spend more time with them.
Oh, definitely. We did a lot more things as a group.
And I think we'll continue to. I mean,
so too.
This year, I'm not making any resolutions, like I had said, because I feel like I'll talk more about this on Thursday. But resolutions always make me feel pressured, and they make me feel like if I don't hit them, it's like a letdown.
Right.
And after last year was so hard on me personally and for you, I don't have a resolution. I just want to try harder and to make this year better than the last one.
And that's what I was going to say. So 2026, we have visions. We have ideas. We have things we want to do. One thing with this show is going to go to a video and audio show.
So you can see us, too. You're welcome.
I don't know if it'll be live for seeing
I know.
like it used to be. It'll
Maybe
be more
not.
recorded and edited and put down. And we don't edit what we talk about, but just, so that's something we're working on. Might be another announcement coming out in the next week or so. That's a big thing that you guys are going to want to listen to.
Might be.
Yeah, it could be. I mean,
it could be anything.
It could be something coming.
Could be anything.
That could be there.
Pay attention to the socials.
So we'll probably make the announcement when we're sitting here at home one night, just talking about stuff.
Yeah, when we're talking at home about it.
Yeah, we'll just sit at home and talk about things, and you guys might get an announcement in the next week or so. But it's honestly, it's been a rough year personally.
Yes. Professionally,
it's been a great year. We've struggled at times.
Yes, we have.
Both personally and professionally.
Yes, we have.
It's been rough, but we keep pushing forward because when you stop pushing forward, you've given up.
And we are not about giving up because, since we've done this, we have had ups and downs. Last year was a downswing. But my prayer for 2026 is that we go on an upswing. Yeah. And you have to believe that. But as far as like specific resolutions, like I want to A, B, and C this year, no, I'm not doing that. I'm just hoping for better.
My resolution is to not make a resolution. I will easily keep that commitment.
Right, because like I can't keep them, like, and I disappoint myself. So I do it.
I mean, I was going to get my gym membership, but then I was like, nah, because I know I
don't go to the gym. You're not going to find us in the gym.
No, I still
think we'll go walk around a park.
I still think they should sell one-day memberships on January 1st for like $50. Everybody would buy it, and they'd make all their money for the year, and we wouldn't have to hear about Planet Fitness for the rest of the year.
Planet Fitness. I know. We were laughing about that. We were watching the ball drop, Ryan Seacrest show, because all the hats in Times Square, it say Planet Fitness. I'm like, of course they do, because they got to sell gym memberships.
And they sell a ton.
And usually, statistically, by March, people stop going.
Right.
Which, you know what? If you make it till March, good for you.
Good for you.
I don't know if I've ever made it till March.
I've never made it till January 2nd.
I think one time I made it till St. Patrick's Day.
Oh, that's a long time.
It is a long time. Then I went out for St. Patrick's Day that night. Never went back to the gym. But I try.
So if you probably figured out, there's no question this week. We don't have a question for either one of us.
No.
But if you do have a question you'd like to ask us, you can send questions to me, to Michele. Questions for me to Michele, or send me questions that you want me to ask Michele on air here. You could email scott@themainstreetmouse.com or email Michele with 1L at themainstreetmouse.com, and we will ask the question on the air. We do not tell the other one what the question is.
No way.
It's live, so you get the true reaction of what it is.
No time to prepare.
No, there's really not. I'm going to run through our sponsors really quick.
Okay.
We can close out here. But actually, right before that, though, I do want to mention Daydream Leaving Podcast. We've mentioned a few times. It does come out on Thursdays. If you have any questions, show ideas, or comments, you can email Michele directly, michele@themainstreetmouse.com, and she will answer your question either on air. She will.
I will email you back.
Your feedback on things. We answer our own emails, so it's not like we have a team that we are the team.
We have no staff. You're hearing the staff right now.
This is all of us here in one room. Ava's out on the couch. That's the only one that would.
Oh yeah, our secretary Ava's on the couch.
Yeah, she don't do much. So lazy. But run through our sponsors real quick. Our official travel partner of the Main Street Mouse. Handle has been with us for so long now. MEI Mouse Fan Travel, Becky Macon, and the team over there. They are just absolutely fantastic. Wherever you see any of their banners on our website, if you click on that banner, it'll take you to a small form. Fill that out. It will alert one of their travel advisors to reach out to you and help you plan the perfect vacation trip, cruise, whatever you need. And the best part of their services to you is they are free to you. They don't cost you anything to use their services. Secondly, I want to mention our official transportation partner of the Main Street Mouse is the Genie Transportation Services. They will help make your Orlando trip effortless on your part. You can enjoy safe, reliable rides from your airport to your hotel or the port, or even just a night out if you're here in Orlando. They will take care of all that for you. You can reach them at thegenieorlando.com. And last but definitely never least, our official stroller and scooter partner, Kingdom Strollers, who has been with us basically since day one of the Main Street Mouse, can help you with any stroller scooter rentals you need while you're in Florida for your vacation. Just reach out to them at kingdomstrollers.com. Any one of these, please let them know you heard about them on the Main Street Mouse. That helps us out because by you supporting their businesses, you're also supporting our business, and we're grateful for that so much. So in my closing for tonight, I just want to say thank you, Michele, for a year. 2025 was great. We did a lot of stuff. We had our ups and downs, but we still made it through.
Yes.
And we made it through stronger, I think.
I think so.
By everything we did, by pushing, by never giving up. It's hard to give up because one of us never wants to.
Nope.
We're never on the same boat. It's like, I quit. So do I. We're done. We're out of here. When one of us is down, the other one never is. And we always push each other. And we push towards greater things.
Yes, we do.
And that's what we will always keep doing for you guys. For you guys out there who have supported us for all these years, we will keep pushing for you guys.
We don't want to disappoint.
We don't want to disappoint. So we appreciate all your feedback, all your comments, all your thanks, all your
all of it.
Anything you guys send to us. So thank you, Michele.
And thank you.
Thank you. And thank you guys for listening. And let's start this year out great. And we'll talk to you guys next week.
Yeah, okay, so also, don't forget to check out tmsemporium.com because Scott here is making all kinds of cool stuff, personalized gifts. Valentine's Day, if you want personalized gifts, and really cool soap holders for you. Those of you who are like me who love Bath & Body Works. But TMS Emporium, and don't forget about LostPrincessApparel.com as always. And on that note, I hope you have a wonderful, fantastic, magical week ahead. Happy New Year, and we'll see you real soon.
Our trip around the Magic Kingdom is almost complete. I can't thank you enough for spending part of your day with me. And I hope you've enjoyed your journey as much as I've appreciated being a part of it.
Ladies and gentlemen, please gather your belongings. Watch your head and step as you exit. And take small children by the hand.
On behalf of our entire flight crew, thanks for soaring with us.
Now I will raise the safety bar, and a ghost will follow you home.
Some imagination, huh?